see the keys there? These two babies down below, these bald dudes. I think. I mean, one can never be sure what the hell you're looking at nowadays, right? We're being reprogrammed, so the programming is tethered to emotional response in relation to shame, guilt, and all those other mechanisms of societal polis constructed in relations, dynamics, institutions, established think, consensus narration. Alright, so instincts and intuition. Many times in life I remember at different times in life I remember the negatives, and at different times in life I remember the positives, so it's both. I don't focus on one or the other. Just memories. Memories tethered to feelings. Feelings which have not been digested, so the understanding is still a slow release. Many times I denied, ignored that feeling in my stomach telling me not to do something. I did it anyway and I suffered. Years go by and then I realize it was the right mistake. That was intuition. So it's hard to honor and respect intuition in real time. It looks delusional, illusional, especially in relation, because intuition is just like instincts. It's highly subjective. Now, falling into the rational mind in relation to all the input, all the data, all the resonance, we fall more into instincts, because that's what you need to keep this motor running for relationship. When you have instincts and they're on point, you can explain those to other people and they can clap and they can get behind it and they can add to it. Or they can show you a better way. But when you have intuition, it's like you're talking to people, they think you're crazy. Because it's a language just for you. You haven't digested enough of whatever you feel in order to explain it in a way that other people can honor it. And that's fine. Many times I followed my instincts and I was right. Many times I followed them, I was right, but I saw it was Five of Swords. It was keeping me bound to some projected loop. Mental recoils. Because meaning had been trivialized. Another layer of abstraction in the mind, and it's held in relationship. And you must be in relation. And who you are is defined in those relations. So if you change, it deviates, and then all this other shit arises. Now people don't even want to speak their truth. They can't even. They're afraid to even speak the truth. So imagine how bound people are now in these times. The drain is squeezing us in. So we settle on the instincts, deny the intuition. The instincts, they keep us going, they keep us honorable. When I worked IT, I had many different clients, many different projects, many different deadlines, many different issues, processes, procedures. And I had other support-related things arising in personal relations with different people, and they all have their idiosyncrasies, and there's these other issues which arise. And then you have your own. If you're so busy in that, you don't even consider yourself. You fall into instinct, because there's no place for anything else. So that's when the instincts are wrong. The instincts are for base survival. The intuition is for surthrival. What are you doing, boy? He's cliff climbing here. Yep. What? What's going on? So the instincts and intuition. How do you find meaning? When the world becomes relational trivialization, epigenetics on a free fall spin, what's the meaning in that? You know, you are trading life for something else. Credit, essentially. The credit may be currency, it may be attention, it may be affection, it may be a sense of belonging. You know, it's very deep. It's not just money, it's not just this relation, it's way deeper than that. We settled on instinct. We got to get out of that. So how do you make meaning in life? How do you make your life meaningful? Then you honor yourself more. I mean, look at this little guy. All he does is run around and get pet and catch things, but he's operating in that intuition, instinct dynamic as well. Hey, what are you doing, boy? Oh, you want to fight, huh? Okay. Get down. Baby boy. Hey, Daryl. Calm, calm. So where was I going with this? Intuition seems to lead you to pain. Instincts definitely will. Then you realize that the instincts and the intuition themselves are blended. The pain, the pleasure, everything else is blended, and it's processional and it's relational to your awareness. Because who chooses wrong when they have a choice, you know? One of the catch-22s, one of the mind fuckaroos here is that we aren't born free in this place. We are bagged and tagged before we're even hatched. You gotta pay taxes, you have to register, you have to be part of this lowest common denominator value structure. And some people seem to need that, but I would argue that people adapt to whatever arises. So I'm tuned into some other energy. I don't really dig this place, the way it operates. I don't like this trivialization of life. So, I guess point is, maybe without that we wouldn't understand certain things or bloom in certain ways. So there's meaning, definitely. It's not just my lament. The lament's trapped in the mind, which is relational awareness. So the heart is what is the cultivation, and it's just digesting release language. And in that process you've got all this tension, so putting it to form in an optimal way is good. And what's optimal, what nourishes your spirit, what makes you feel like life is worth living. Do you need that charge to be given to you? Because the world's given it to us, and it always has been, but now even more so, with real reasons, and they're always real. So quit arguing conspiracy with the mind and just get into what the fuck is it telling you. Why do we have to put disclaimers on everything? How do you take that off? You know, you have to take control of your own life, basically. And you will have to relate, obviously. But when you realize your value, the ways in which you relate are more reciprocal to that. When you don't realize your value, then you are oscillating circuit for something else. Alright, well, thanks for watching, listening, and being.